I'm just gonna say it loud and clear. I am officially retiring from YouTube, as well as everything else online. Now, some of you are going to freak out, and I get it, but this has been one of the biggest conclusions that I wanted to make the most truthful and probably the most important. Over the past few years, I have been kind of deciding on how this channel was going to end, whether I wanted to delete this channel or not. And I think I can recall one time back in 2021 where I wanted to delete this channel and just be done. However, I didn't give up and just continued on. Now, I am making this decision personally. This is not something forced, but I believe this might greatly impact me and a lot of you guys who have watched me over the years, especially my brother, because truthfully, I think it's about time I'm just gonna be done. And there isn't anything else that I could do better than just enjoying life to the fullest. So, over the past 4 weeks, I have been kind of doing other things aside from always being on social media. So, that would be like drawing, going through school, hanging out with friends in school and or outside of school, as well as just kind of vibing, listening to music, all that good stuff. And to me, those are the things that kind of helped me out. And I've been talking to a few new people, and I've been able to kind of get my life together. And yes, I might have acted a little crazy, but the truth is, it's unfortunate how things have went these days. Society has become more violent and repressive. People have been just so much more toxic. People feel so negative all the time. Um, I have been very influenced by a lot of the things that society has went through, and I've been looking through all those bad things, and so as a result, I felt more negative, and I wanted to just be done doing this. YouTube has been something I love doing, but over the past few months, like a lot of you probably noticed that, especially earlier this year, I have felt a lot more depressed about doing YouTube content. I felt a lot more worried. I felt like I wanted to be done. I felt more tired, and I couldn't exactly just get my hopes up. And I knew that even if I did try to revive the channel, it just wouldn't work out. And I finally realized that the thing as intended, I just couldn't be popular. And I realized that being popular wasn't the answer to my life because if it was, then I probably wouldn't be here. So I'm going to be honest when I say that I'm actually grateful that those who have still watched me recently are able to see this moment and just not go crazy with this channel. I don't want to be popular amongst strangers online or just simply be someone who could be recognized as a negative person because someone has a different belief and all that, right? And so I feel like that the idea is I just want to be out of always checking out the internet, maybe getting on this device and just looking through some stupid news or misinformation or people doing something called rage bait. Yeah, those things I'm just done with. And insults, out of there. I had dealt with anger problems for a few weeks now, and I felt a lot better. I haven't been as angry as I used to be, but it's still a thorough challenge that I have to deal with. So, yeah. But I talked to a few of my peers about this decision over the past few weeks. I wanted to make sure that I didn't just simply tell nothing about it to them and that they'll be aware in advance. Um, and so I kept this in secret until Halloween. I wanted my fans to not realize that I was making this decision up until it was too late. Because I feel like that I don't want people to think it's too predictable and that this decision was just going to be like, oh, this guy is going to post something a day later and we already know what's going to happen, right? And so it's something that I have done, and it is not a fake satirical video. It is a real conclusion. It is not actually going to be another one of those moments where I'm going to release another video like a few weeks from now and be like, oh, I just came back. No, this is actually dead serious. And I am being serious. Deep down, honest to God, serious. So, what's going to happen now that I'll be retiring from YouTube? Well, this channel is not dying. It is staying. You guys will be able to check out all the content that has remained on this channel. And you guys will be able to rewatch every video, live stream, and short that's available to you all. Just, you can't comment. And I know the comments thing was kind of a weird thing, but people like to do something called necro post, which is basically where you comment on something a few years later, after the intentional release of a specific media. And so I feel like necro posting is just a problem. I've noticed a lot of comments on older videos, and I felt like that some people are too neglectful or they're just outright stupid. So I just felt like, yeah, I just can't do that. I'm sorry, but honestly, it just makes sense. So, yeah. In addition, I am going to be releasing a new playlist called the Mr. Vince Marathon. This playlist will be available in the description and on the main channel. But basically, it includes pretty much every single video, live stream, and short you can watch. You can shuffle the playlist to your liking and just be able to check out everything that I got. If you want to do some investigation on certain videos or live streams, feel free to. You have the freedom. But just remember, I won't be there for that. But also, I want to advise you all that I'm not going to try to get everything monetized, be able to try to make money out of my content. I noticed that the revenue has been so low over the past few months that I don't think it's really worth trying to make the money anymore. And so I was like, I'm done. I can't do it anymore. I'm not trying to set myself up as a failure, but I'm trying to like make a lot of changes here. And so I wanted to just be done with this channel. I had my prime, but now I'm officially going away. So the Discord server that you guys might be in will also shut down, and I'm no longer going to allow anyone new to join in it. Because as I kind of went through over the past few weeks, starting with September 28th, I think, I have been closing down, shutting down, disabling social media accounts that I didn't find useful or I just didn't want anymore, especially the accounts on Twitter, because Twitter has been such an abomination over the past few years that I didn't want to be on there anymore, and I was like, I'm done. For real. I just don't think this channel deserves more content. Some people live far enough to die a hero. And this channel, in my opinion, hasn't been something you guys have expected. It used to be a channel full of those random videos. It was under the name of Squirtle Leaf, and then it ended up becoming a Roblox jailbreak related channel, and now it just became a all-star type channel where it's like some videos are related to Minecraft or just something like this. And then, yeah, an era is over. This channel is officially done, and I highly doubt I'm going to return. And to me, I feel like that this is something that really has to be considered. I know some people might joke about it, but I can't have people just poking on this and say, this dude is just going to try to do it for profit or whatever. And no. I feel like negativity has really spread across, and so many of those bad updates that have released on many social media platforms like YouTube have greatly impacted how I viewed the platforms. And YouTube's age verification update back in August has really shifted my channel a little bit. And I felt like it was just so bad to the point where I felt like people couldn't easily watch my content as much. And then the overuse of AI on the platform, it has gotten too crazy. And this is just a huge problem, personally. So, yeah. And then I have a good set of friends online that I've known of who might be a little curious about this decision as well, but again, this is just kind of to keep things out and all that, so yeah. So if there is one message that I want to give out, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in to this channel. Even if you only watch this channel briefly, so like a video or two. But this channel has really done a bunch to me, and it has painfully injured me in the heart that has really done so much wrong. I feel like the internet alone just made me feel like a whole different person. Not necessarily for the worse, but I did feel a lot more different than I was as a child. I was a troublemaker, and now I felt aggravated over people, and it's been rough. I do suffer from ASD, which is autism, but nevertheless, it's been complicated, and people have been so inappropriate, stupid, and crazy to the point where I don't think it's really worth the time here anymore. And so, as much as I would say I would be a good person, unfortunately, it's just not right for me. This place has nowhere for me to go. I'm departing, retiring, giving my farewell. So, thank you guys. Thank you so much for all the support. I just think you guys are the best for helping me shape this channel. And yeah, take care, everybody. Just be careful out there. Life is not easy. So yeah.
Mr. Vince. Hey, Mr. You guys want to see the torpedo? All right, let me get it out. All right, let's see. All right, let's see. Yeah, torpedo spawn.